Hello everyone. So the Kardashians, whether you love them or you hate them, we got to talk about them. I do talk about them every now and again. Guilty as charged, I do. Because if you don't know, I am a sucker for reality TV and I always have been. Probably comes as no surprise if you're familiar with my channel. I'm kind of partial to a bit of reality TV. And the Kardashians, I have always watched from years ago, right? I've always been kind of clued up of what's been going on, whether or not I want to know this information or not, I do. And what's been going on recently is not looking too good for keeping up with the Kardashians because Kanye West is actually threatening to release his own reality TV show. I know. Him and his wife Bianca Censori, who were they getting a divorce? They're not getting a divorce. They are wanting to pitch an idea to rival Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where he's going to release just like decades worth of footage that he's got, which apparently does not paint the Kardashians in a very good light. He basically wants to overthrow the Kardashians and rival it, and also get their kids more involved in the show, which at this point, like, poor kids, especially as we have all of this information coming out that Kim is allegedly a single parent. I know what you're gonna say, but basically Kanye West isn't really in the picture, but he's wanting to release a reality TV show and he's already like started pitching the idea. So we're going to be going through that. I do find it quite interesting how all of this is coming out, especially to do with Kanye West, around the time that he's been accused of sexual assault and sexual misconduct and all of this kind of stuff. Obviously, this all happening around the same kind of time is looking a little bit sneaky suspicious, but that's all I'm going to say.
I take two after my biggest meal of the day.
Also, at some point, have to give some sort of reference to the fact that Kourtney Kardashian is out here again shoving more Lemmy products down our throats. And if you know anything about how I feel about Lemmy, you know, the Lemmy Purr, the Lemmy, I don't know, there's like an Ozempic styled supplement she's got going on. If you know anything about how I feel about that, I just feel like none of this is working, and there's like class action lawsuits being filed against her, which is old news. This is like a month or two ago, but they're still being fired at her for deceptive marketing. Okay, so she's now got a brand new product that's just come out called Let Me Grow, which is supposed to be something to do with your hair, so we're going to be talking all about that. Now, straight off the bat, which is kind of what I probably titled this video as, is that the Keeping Up the Kardashians is in jeopardy, is being rivaled by a show, a reality TV show that Kanye West could be coming out with. He's got so many different accusations and lawsuits against him. I don't know how he'd find the time, but there we are. So him and Bianca Censori, his wife, are wanting to create this show because they think it will be a hit. Now, if you have been clued in to what's been going on with them two, so after these allegations came out against Kanye West and then other ones came out linking him to P. Diddy, there was news headlines everywhere saying that Bianca and Kanye West were getting a divorce. Now, anyone with a little bit of critical thinking skills can see the timeline of events bit too close, and sure enough, they are not getting a divorce. They've been pictured together. If you don't know anything about Bianca and Kanye West's relationship, you'll know that it's a bit of a strange one. A lot of people think that he's in some sort of, I can't say the word, the thing that Britney Spears was in with her dad. Some people vehemently believe that Kanye West is actually managed by Bianca and she like pulls all the strings and stuff. I don't know. I don't really know too much about this. I need like solid evidence to really believe it. I do think that there's much more than just like a relationship between them two. I do think that there is something else going on. We all know, you know, Bianca's the one that basically parades around naked and Kanye goes fully clothed and people believe it's a humiliation kink, which could very well be true. These people are extremely strange. Kanye has been talking about this for a while now. He's convinced that people would be totally drawn to them and it would be an instant hit, an insider told In Touch Weekly. Plus, the possibility has the Kardashian family, including the musician's ex-wife, quite concerned as it could rival their reality TV empire. This is what I mean. The empire will come crashing down. No, in all seriousness, I don't actually know if it would or not, because I think it would just draw more attention to them both. But the thing that I really don't like about this is something that a source was saying. It's really a worst case scenario situation for Kris and Kim. He's coming back to haunt them in their own stomping grounds, and inevitably he's going to pull them into the show, even if it's just him talking about them. But they do the same on their show, so why can't he do the same? More details on the potential production are still pending, but there's a chance he might even rope in his children. He could get the kids involved, which of course would be Kim's worst nightmare, but there's not much she can do about it. They appear on her show, so she can't use that argument, and they adore their dad, so odds are they're going to want to be on his show. Like, just poor kids in general. Actually, after watching a fair bit of the Kardashians in my time, I hate to say it, I don't know, do you guys kind of feel the same about this? They show their kids, but I've always felt that they do it in a fairly, I'm going to say the word fairly, tasteful way. You know how I feel about kids being shown on the internet. I don't like it. Family channels, family vloggers, I can't stand it. But I've always felt that they've tried to put a bit of an air of mystery into what's going on with each child. It's not like we know everything about all of them. But that could not be the same for what Kanye wants to do, which is a little bit, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong in thinking that. The thing that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me is that not even that long ago, right, Kim Kardashian basically came out, and there was an article written, and it says Kim Kardashian is pretty much a single mum to her 4 kids, as ex Kanye West is not around very much. And even though it's like exclusive source, I would believe that this would be true, considering whenever we see Kanye West, he's usually away with Bianca. In the last season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, she was going off about how she's pretty much a single mum and she's really overwhelmed. And
I'm still learning how to be a single parent, and I just did the Jay Shetty podcast where I spoke about parenting, and I mean, I should be used to it now. Everyone had a lot to say.
And it's a really hard task when you have 4 kids and they all want to be put to bed at the same time. I think it's just those nights when you can't divide yourself and you have to just work with what we have.
The struggles that my kids go through really have nothing to do with the amount of help that I have. Having nannies and a chef to help cook is beyond helpful. It's all about family and enjoying these moments. It takes a village to raise kids, but at the end of the day, your kids only want you.
The problem that we have is with Kim is that if Kanye's not in the picture, which they're saying like 80% of the time, whatever, if he's not in the picture, he doesn't really have the kids. We know that Kim's a workaholic, and she said that, she's like stated that multiple times. So she's out here saying, oh, you know, I fly there, fly here, and then I'm so busy with all my work. So the kids are basically being looked after by help. They're being looked after by their nannies and their chefs and their cleaners and their whoever whatevers. So for it to then turn into this like potential tug of war over which child's going to be appearing on which reality TV show this week, I find really sad. It doesn't mean to say that I don't sympathize with, people hate it when I say this, it doesn't mean to say I don't sympathize with Kim. I sympathize with any parent who the other parent is very much out of the picture. I believe that they actually had agreed, it says in this article somewhere that they agreed to like joint custody, but he's not really around that much. I feel for any parent who the other parent just takes off and you're left with most of the work. I sympathize, but I can't empathize because I'm a single mum, but I don't have cleaners and cooks and nannies and chefs. Do you know what I mean? So on a human level, can sympathize with you, but I can't empathize because I don't really understand. I haven't walked in those shoes. Do you know what I mean? Like I think my whole entire day would be made up if, you know, I had someone that was coming around and helping me and things. And you know, you just can't imagine it. We're talking about like 2 different versions of single parenting. I can't understand what that would be like.
Challenging thing. There are nights I cry myself to sleep, like what just happened? All the moods and the personalities, and sometimes they're fighting and there's no one there. Like it's me to play good cop and bad cops. That is definitely a challenge when, you know, something I'm working on is being a little bit firmer. There's nothing that can prepare you. Any person that says, oh, we're waiting to have X amount of money in the bank. Oh, we're waiting to have a home before we have kids. Oh, I'm waiting for this job to come in before we have kids. I don't care how long you wait. I don't care what you're waiting for. You are never prepared. But You will figure it out. It will make you so proud of yourself that you figured it out and that you got through the day. And sometimes it's nights where it's just, we are going hour by hour to see if we're going to survive.
The influencer 44, who is reportedly a fan of Emily Austin's book, left an emotional quote in her Instagram stories. The mother of four shared the sweet sentiment which read, "The sad part about motherhood is that you are raising the one person you can't live without to be able to live without you." And this whole idea that Kanye is like working behind the scenes to like piss off the family and try and get the kids on his show seems a little bit morbid. It just seems a little bit morbid, I'm not gonna lie, but to be honest with you, it does kind of make perfect sense as to why he would want to try and rival Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It does make a bit of sense, and maybe some of the stuff that he's got locked in the vault can really put a spanner in their works, which, you know, that doesn't surprise me too much. But then again, like with all these accusations coming out about Kanye West, I wouldn't want my children anywhere near him. He is their dad, I understand that, but I don't know. That whole entire family is completely strange to me anyway, so I don't know what thought process is going through their heads, but I can imagine Chris is going to be a little bit worried.
Go, Kylie, go. Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Wow, look at her go.
So swiftly moving on now to what is going on with Kourtney Kardashian and her Lemme products. So she has now just come out with Lemme Grow. She's now a Barker. I always forget about this. Kourtney Kardashian Barker Lemme breaks into hair supplements. This is reminding me of like the Sugar Bear hair that I'm pretty sure Khloe and Kylie promoted at one stage. Pretty sure back in the day that they did. And there was this whole entire scandal about people promoting Sugar Bear hair or whatever it was called, and it not really working. And I'm not here to say that it won't work. I don't know. I've never taken hair supplements before. I don't even really know if they do work or not. Like the fact that they've got a class action lawsuit against them for deceptive marketing, you know, because they're claiming that their Lemme Purr products, vaginal odor, I don't know, it does something to your nether regions, all right? I'll leave the article in the description box, but that was the whole entire thing. And they've now come out with this Ozempic adjacent little pills, and I don't think you can get them over here on the shelves, but when I was in the States a month ago, I went into an Ulta, and literally, like, the shelves were cleared. Let me burn. I don't know what the hell it's called. They're little like Ozempic-y style things. And yeah, there was none on the shelves. So people are obviously buying it. Just side-eye. It's like, it reminds me of Goop. I side-eye Goop as well. I side-eye Lemme.
If you ever needed a reminder at just how the power of marketing and words and manipulation of human beings, in addition to how unregulated the supplement industry is, this right here is all you need to see. It is the GLP-1 daily that does not have any GLP-1 in it. So how can they do that? Why are they doing that? They're doing that because they know that that word right there, GLP-1, gets attention, makes you think if you take this, you can achieve a certain goal. And on their website, they're also recommending essentially that you take it forever, because it's not until 6 months that you may see the quote unquote results that they're promising. I have literally never heard of any of the ingredients, and it's a cool $72 a month on sale. And in case you were curious, it is not third-party tested. So who knows what it really is.
There's been a lot of experts in the field who are doctors and etc., and researchers. And pretty much most of them have come out and they've said, yeah, there's just not enough active ingredient for this to do anything, or this is a placebo effect, etc. And it's just sort of maybe aiding in my bias of believing that that might actually be the case. Anyway, so they've got this new pill called Lemme Grow, and I just want to say, don't a lot of them wear wigs? Nothing against their wigs, the wigs look lovely, but she's now coming out with Lemme Grow. And coincidentally, around the same time, she's talking about postpartum hair loss because she's just had her little baby boy. She's now tying this all in together, but allegedly they've been working on this for like 2 years. So really this whole story, and I don't know if she's trying to link it or not, but I keep on seeing articles about her talking about postpartum hair loss and then Lemme Grow is then released, yet when they're talking about the advertising for Let Me Grow and the research, they have turned around and said, yeah, we've been formulating this for 2 years. So I'm just like, look, right, very coincidentally, you're trying to tie in your postpartum hair loss to this hair supplement, but you've been working on it for like 2 years. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not only not physically buying it, mentally, I don't know. I'm very skeptical. I'm very skeptical of these products. But yeah, regardless of the fact, she has got a brand new one called Let Me Grow. And people, from my understanding, really enjoy these Let Me products. Not only did I see it with my own eyes, the fact the shelves were just cleared. Not just that, but also loads of, I don't know if people are getting gifted them, probably. But loads of people are like, this is the best thing I've ever taken. But then when you then go and you listen to people that actually know what they're talking about, they're a bit like, yeah, but I don't understand how this would work because this doesn't have enough active ingredients in it. And I'm very bamboozled.
View on Kourtney Kardashian's latest product, Let Me Glow. Like any beauty supplement, it's meant to support your hair, skin, and nails. One of its main ingredients is collagen peptides, and hydrolyzed peptides are better absorbed in the body. However, this is in a pretty low dose, so I'm not really sure that it would provide much benefit. It does have zinc, which is a mineral, and this does help act as an antioxidant. It can also help with wound healing and support the skin's barrier. I really don't understand why a lot of companies still put a lot of biotin in their products. There's really little research to support that it's going to help with your hair, skin, and nails, especially if you aren't deficient. With this super high dose, I really don't think this is necessary. Vitamin C is another ingredient that does support collagen synthesis, so it could support skin health. However, most people get enough through their diet, so you don't necessarily need it through the supplement. But I'm not really convinced that the trace minerals that are added to this product are going to do much for you. There's just not a lot of research behind it. Overall, I would say that focusing on your healthy diet is probably going to be better than taking these.
Either everyone's being paid to say that they love it, or it genuinely works. So I would love to hear actual experiences of people who have gone and paid their hard-earned money to try this or try any of the Let Me products. So I think that is it, me rambling for today, but thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves. I'll catch up with you guys in the next video.